Roda in your kitchen. That base that's made of masonry, where the cabinet, right, the custom cabinet, the custom furniture goes on top of it, and then the countertop goes on top. I call this Rodabase or Rodabase, but many people call it Rodabanca. About this Rodabase, should you put, right, its baseboard? The same flooring you used in your kitchen, or the same material. From the stone, from the countertop you chose, from the granite, from the quartz, right? From the porcelain tile anyway that you used on your countertop. Stay with me here because I'm going to tell you what the best option is for you to use on the baseboard on your cabinet base, okay? From your kitchen to match the look and decor so you can have a beautiful kitchen in every decorative detail. Stay with me, it's really cool. Hey guys, how are you doing? All good? I'm Ed, the architect, and look at this cool question and interesting topic that I want to bring to you right now in this video. Look, let's first put the name here. It's called Rodabase. I call it Rodabase in my projects. Many people call it Rodabanca, but I call it Rodabase. This is the Rodabase. Usually it's made of masonry, or it can also be built as part of the cabinetry. There's no problem with that. But then that covering goes in front of it. It can be with the same material as the floor, carrying it up into the baseboard, or the same material as your countertop stone, right, that you put there. Imagine that you put white prime quartz on your countertop, so what are you going to do? Are you also going to put that white prime underneath? And the floor? What color is the floor you chose? Is it beige? Is it a darker gray? How are you going to match that? I have a guideline, a little rule in my projects that I'm going to tell you right here, right now. For every cabinet base I design in my projects, I always use the same flooring material on that base because whether you like it or not, it's part of the continuation of the floor, right? If you pay attention on other walls in the kitchen or the living room where you put the porcelain tile, aren't you going to use the same porcelain tile for the baseboard? Or maybe you use a different baseboard, but you'll still have one, right? Imagine using the same porcelain tile for the whole wall. Why is the kitchen baseboard the only place you didn't use it? Did you go there and use the same material as the stone? Since the stone is white and let's imagine your floor is gray, then you'll get that contrast between the floor and the baseboard. So in my projects, I always use the baseboard made from the same material as my floor. There's only one exception where I use the same material as the stone, and that's when the color of the stone matches the color of the floor, okay? Only in that case. But to save money for my client, we choose the same material as the floor because it will be cheaper for him to do. The baseboard there, the porcelain baseboard that we're installing, is cheaper than having him go to the stone shop and pay for that whole baseboard made of stone, right? The big one. Granite or quartz or synthetic materials, okay? It's more affordable for him to install and it looks nicer. If you've been following me here for a long time, you know I've shown this to you several times in my videos, including in the project I'm currently working on. That's how it's going to be, okay? The same baseboard, that little baseboard return there, is made from the same material as the porcelain tile, which is a very beautiful beige. So, if you're at the stage of installing porcelain tiles in your house, working on the toe kick and you're unsure, use the same material as your floor, okay? From the same porcelain tile, I'm sure you'll like it, you'll enjoy it, and it will look beautiful, okay? Don't create a contrast with that little piece down there with your furniture, with your floor, just because it matches your countertop. This is a custom we have here in Brazil to make the toe kick trim out of the same material as the countertop stone, but it's a custom that in my opinion is wrong. Sometimes people recommend it, some people suggest doing it this way. Even the stone shop recommends it so they can make a sale, right? They add extra meters to the estimate and so on. There's no problem with that. Everyone needs to sell, everyone needs to work. But aesthetically speaking, as an architect myself, I would never recommend that you use the same material as the stone. Always use the same material as your floor, which is the most common and traditional in the kitchen. You know, I always recommend satin finish porcelain tile, right? Remember this too, satin finish porcelain tile in your kitchen, okay? I hope this tip helps you understand a little bit about this detail. That's it, just to wrap up this video. Cozinha. The kitchen has a lot of details. There's the toe kick, the cabinetry, the stonework, the appliances, the lighting. There's a lot of things that make a difference in your decor. So, if you start overdoing things here and there, pretty soon your kitchen looks like a carnival and you didn't even notice. When everything is finished and you look at it, you might say, wow, it looks nice, but it's too colorful, there's too much going on. So, pay attention to these details so you don't end up with a kitchen that looks like a carnival, but instead have a clean, modern, beautiful, and contemporary kitchen in your project, okay? I hope you enjoyed it and liked it. This information is worth your subscription, right? Subscribe if you haven't yet to our channel. Leave your like on this video, and I'll see you in our next video. Hugs.